As a mother, you worry and pray that your child will be safe, happy, and healthy. When she was sad, I was sad. When she was happy, so was I. Her dreams were my dream, and her death was my death.
A mother shattered, grappling with an unbelievable loss.
The ache that spreads throughout my body hurts more each day. I cannot fully express how it feels to lose a daughter.
A father broken by the weight of the nightmare. He's still living.
I look at my wife, and she's not even close to being the same. I have lost a huge piece of her, along with Samantha. Every day, I look at her and only wish I could do something to take that pain away.
While in the eyes of the law, justice has been served for the family of Samantha Josephson, who was kidnapped and killed after getting to what she thought was an Uber. Nothing can lessen the pain of her death.
She was fabulous. She was kind, funny, very, very funny. A best friend to everyone.
Always smiling.
Always smiling.
You smile when you say that?
I do.
Yeah.
Samantha, known as Sammy by her friends and family, was a force, a 21-year-old senior at the University of South Carolina in Columbia. Her parents, Seymour and Marci, say she dreamt of becoming a lawyer.
She wanted to make a difference. She was actually interested in international law.
But that dream cut short by tragedy. Now, more than 2 years after her death, her murderer, Nathaniel Rowland, sentenced to life in prison this week. And a national conversation about rideshare safety has been reignited. It was a typical Thursday night. Samantha was out with her friends at a bar near USC's campus.
And she was so excited to go out because she hadn't been out locally with her friends for a couple weekends.
Shortly after 2 a.m., she ordered an Uber.
She was being responsible going home because she had to work in the morning.
In this surveillance footage, she can be seen walking outside alone. A black Chevy Impala pulls up, and Samantha got in.
We believe that she simply mistakenly got into this particular car thinking it was an Uber ride.
But Rowland wasn't an Uber driver. The next day, Samantha's friends, concerned they had not heard from her, called her parents in New Jersey.
Samantha's boyfriend called me and said, I just want to let you know that Samantha didn't come home last night, and they called the police, and I just kind of froze and called Seymour.
We were still talking to the police as we were in the car to drive down. And we got there about 12:15. They brought us into a conference room. And at that point, it confirmed and told us.
Samantha had been stabbed to death. Her body found by hunters in a wooded area in a rural part of the county. Police tracked down the vehicle from surveillance video and arrested 25-year-old Nathaniel Rowland at a traffic stop around 3 a.m.
All right, here's the deal, man.
The arrest captured on police body cameras and played in court last week.
I pulled your car over because it matches the suspect. Get your hand in your pocket. What are you, crazy? Get over here. Hey, get over here!
Rowland fleeing on foot before being apprehended.
He just bolts, not even knowing what the suspect is accused of doing. That's what's called consciousness of guilt. And that's something the prosecution really harped on, that he knew the officers were looking for him for a heinous crime that was connected with that car, and he was not going to try to get caught in any way, shape, or form.
At the time, police say they found liquid bleach, cleaning wipes, and window cleaner in his car. The prosecution's argument, Rowland kidnapped Samantha, trapping her in the back seat using child safety locks before killing her.
She was found alone in the woods, covered in her own blood, dead. She'd been stabbed multiple times from the bottom of her feet, throughout her torso, throughout her face, her neck, and her head.
A forensic pathologist testified there were more than 100 stab wounds. The state presented incriminating evidence. Cell phone tracking data showing Rowland and Samantha's phones together when she disappeared.
When her phone moved to a different area, did his phone also track in a different area?
I believe so, it did.
As well as video footage showing the suspect trying to use the college student's debit card, then later trying to sell her phone.
Do you see the person who tried to sell you the phone in the courtroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is he? Please let the record reflect that he has identified the defendant, Your Honor.
Maria Howard, Rowland's ex-girlfriend, testified that she saw blood in his car.
I asked him, why is there blood in the car? Did you hit a dog?
And what did he say?
Mind my business.
Later that day, Howard said she watched as he cleaned the vehicle wearing surgical gloves.
It was bleach, but it was so strong it smelled like chlorine.
What did you see?
The bleach bottles on the seat and the doors open.
She said she also saw him cleaning blood off a multi-tool. Prosecutors indicated it was the murder weapon.
The testimony of Maria was absolutely critical because you have to remember, this is one, a moving crime scene, and two, a very unique murder weapon. And so to have Maria testify that she saw this unique weapon, at least item that was used as a weapon, with the defendant multiple times and seeing him clean it and the scene of the murder, this connected Nathaniel Rowland to this murder in a way that I don't think any other witness could.
But the defense argued none of the DNA found on Samantha's body matched Rowland's.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear this number again, and that is 0. That's the amount of DNA on Samantha Josephson's body that matches Nathaniel Rowland. 0.
The defense made a strong argument that under Samantha Josephson's fingernails, there was no trace of the defendant, Nathaniel Rowland. However, the prosecution made a great point that her DNA was found on him, so there must be some sort of connective tissue between the two of them, leading towards a guilty verdict.
The defense called no witnesses, and after just an hour of deliberation, the jury found Rowland guilty of 3 counts: murder, kidnapping, and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. In the wake of their daughter's death, Samantha's parents have made educating others on rideshare safety their mission.
Individuals need to be accountable, and they have to look at the license plate. They have to look at the driver.
They launched the What's My Name Foundation, sharing safety tips, urging passengers to ask drivers who they're supposed to be picking up before stepping into the car. And now some police departments and college campuses are using signs created by the foundation that remind passengers to stop, ask, match, inform.
Sammy would have wanted us to do this.
That's right.
She really would have.
Because it was her goal to help change the world.
Yes.
My heart breaks. I'm hoping whatever happened to her wakes people up.
William Evans is the chief of police at Boston College and former Boston Police Commissioner. He's called for tighter regulation of ride-hailing companies and more public awareness about rider safety.
When I talk to incoming freshmen, when I talk to their parents, I'm always like, be careful going into ride shares.
Give us that sales pitch you give the students at BC, the short list of things you encourage them to do.
Don't ride alone, and always make sure someone tracks your progress when you get into one of these ride shares.
In the wake of Samantha's death, the rideshare company Lyft announced it was adding 2 new safety features: continuous criminal background checks and an enhanced identity verification process. Lyft and Uber have added features that allow riders to contact 911 through the app. In a statement to ABC News, a spokesperson for Uber said, "We know this has been an extremely difficult time for the Josephson family. Our thoughts are with them. We are thankful that justice has been served for Sammy."
Such a heinous, vicious crime. Why? I spent the last 2 years asking myself that question.
Although nothing can bring back their daughter or lessen their pain, the family is satisfied that Rowland will spend the rest of his natural life in prison.
He cut out a piece of me. I'm bleeding silently. You don't see it. I try to move forward each day, but forever will be broken.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.